Hello and welcome to episode 17, book 2 of Dark Future Dice, Dollmaker. My name is Pat and I play DP.
I'm Lindsay and I play Barbora.
And I am Titus and I am the GM/referee.
All right, so before we get into it, I'd like to say a couple things. One, last episode we talked about our game, Raptor Boyfriend, a high school romance. We're going to talk about it again more at the end of the episode, but if you haven't already, go check it out. You can find links to wishlisted on Steam at rocketadrift.com. If you wishlisted, it would help us out a lot. I'd also like to say a thanks to our Patreon producers, Christian Fish and Zetz.
And our sponsor today is from Into Neon, a Cyberpunk saga by Matthew A. Goodwin.
All right, and Black Lives Matter and trans rights are human rights. Now, let's get into the recap.
Last time on Dark Future Dice, the Dollmaker, DP was given some antidotes to the Gorgon nanomachine enzyme and was also given specific instructions. Get Barb to connect with the AI in the ruined arcology. He was given these instructions by Shane Deacon, and he met up with November Higgins and then called Greta, and he's currently at the wrecked headquarters of TLB Ltd Import and Export. Barb infiltrated the Nav-Fac facility disguised as PCDF officers with Brecker High and Sleazy Chan and Chip, who they attempted to distract some police officers and some members of the Holiday Gang outside the break room. It went very poorly. And yeah, anyway, poor Chip was a little bit embarrassed. So we're going to start with Dr. Pepper at TLB Ltd Import and Export with November Higgins as Greta pulls up on her motorcycle.
I say to her, does that motorcycle turn into a boat or something? Because we desperately need to get the hell out of here. I'll explain it on the way.
November's like, I took a boat over here. We got a boat.
Okay, let's hop on that. We got to get over to the Nav-Fac facility. Like I said, if I know Barb, she's on her way over there, and I don't want to wait any longer.
Okay. Greta and November. November brought their boat up right to the dock, so it's a short walk over to a small boat, but fits all of you. Mm-hmm. And she begins taking you over to Nav-Fac.
Okay, so here's the deal, and I tell Greta, like, the whole shtick, the whole thing that's going on right now, I guess, that Barb is we got separated back in the hospital. They took Alloy to the damsel, and I went over there to make sure he was okay. Went through a bit of a head trip, I guess, and well, they want Barb to connect with the AI that, how do I even start to explain this, is at the heart of this whole thing, at the heart of the arcology getting destroyed, at the heart of this whole Dollmaker issue. They seem to think, I guess everyone seems to think, that if Barb connects with this AI, then it will benefit them in some way. As far as Zygopter is concerned, they want it to be de-escalate the AI, at least that's what they say, and then I don't know what the fuck Petrochem wants, but it's probably not good.
Well, Greta says that's a lot to take in, but I'm here to help, so what's the plan? Because we're just going over to this holding facility.
Yeah.
Now.
So I guess I'm open to suggestions, Greta, but the plan so far is that November takes me in as a criminal and possibly you too, I guess, as a criminal, and then we do the whole, shock and awe. Our hands aren't actually tied kind of scenario. That's the thing.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll give it a go. I guess we got to be ready for if that doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
What's the plan there? Because they're not going to let us take weapons in.
Yeah, they're not going to let us take weapons in. Well, what if we just give you our weapons, November? And then you're like, confiscated their guns, got their weapons.
Okay. Well, let's put them in this duffel bag.
Okay. Yeah, that's
anything
I
else
guess
you want to keep too, I suppose. They'll probably take everything from you.
Yeah, okay, I'll put my briefcase in there. It's either that or stash it on the boat.
You think you're going to need it for this mission?
Might need it to make some calls, or possibly there's a disc. I don't know what it does yet, but it's kind of here. It seems like it could be important. I'm gonna bring it with us, put it in the duffel bag.
Okay, sure. Yeah. It's a little full in there.
I need my briefcase. It's kind of, it's my thing.
Greta puts her shotgun in there, and also her sledgehammer.
Okay, cool. Oh wait, no, I also had the other stuff that I got, the like healing stuff and the syringes and all that kind of stuff. I guess I'm gonna need those, so I'll put those in there. The stuff that
It's a packed duffel bag right now.
Oh come on, little needles, a spray heal.
Yeah, you got it in there. I'm just saying it's packed.
Do I need to spray myself again real quick, or is it still gonna last me for a while?
It hasn't been that long. It lasts for about 2 hours.
Okay, I might give myself a spray before I go in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Spritz myself down.
Roll.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
It's a roll scenario to spray?
Well, you did it twice.
Oh, well, no, I'm going to wait till we get there. How long is that going to take?
What?
To get to the Nav-Fac facility. I was going to spray right before we got
It's like it's 20 minutes tops.
All right, fine. I won't do it then.
You can't just not do it because I asked you to roll.
Well, I didn't know that it was going to... Okay, fine. Jesus Christ.
What is it? Oh, you want low.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay, good.
Okay, yeah.
Don't
do more drugs than you have to.
Who said that?
That's just a voice in your head.
Wait, what?
Your face feels kind of numb, too, I think, at this point, too.
Mm-hmm. I'm just doing some weird stuff with my tongue and my mouth.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have anything to, like, make it look like you guys are bound? I have these real handcuffs, but...
Real handcuffs aren't going to work. I always have some rope on me.
Is that true?
I think so.
We had it last time.
Yeah, you've been carrying rope around just in case.
I thought I did. I don't know if but that was all the way in book 1. So
Yeah.
I can't remember if I maintained that thing where I had some rope.
There's some rope on any boat.
Yeah.
Okay. That's true. Just tie ourselves up with the rope. You can make some excuse like, oh, I didn't get any handcuffs, and just tie really shitty knots. Or no, we'll hold on to the ropes so you can't see the knot. Like that kind of situation. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay.
Well, let's see how well this goes over.
Yeah. Let's just get there, unless you want to come up with anything other to this plan.
Okay. This is the kind of thing that I'd love to talk to Barb about, but Barb isn't here, so I'm going to talk to Greta about it away from November, I guess.
It's good to know that Greta's your plan B, but sure, okay.
Well, Barb is like...
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Sorry. What do you do? What do you say?
I say to her that if shit goes bad in there, like... I'm kind of conflicted as to whether I should leak any of this to my press contact. I think you met her, Claire's Blurs.
Oh yeah, I remember her. All right.
Right. I just I don't know yet where I stand on all this. If I leak all this to the press, that could go badly for my mother, who might be saved by, I guess, if we do everything right. But I can't really I can't commit to getting Barb to hook up to the AI because it's not. I don't know how I feel about it, for one, and also it's Barb that has to make that choice. So, do I call the press or do I not?
I don't know. I guess it would be good to have some kind of I guess some kind of plan B or something.
Right. And she's the only one I know outside of this whole thing at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do that then. I'm going to call Claire's Blurs.
Okay. The phone answers and you hear someone say in a put on kind of deep voice, like, hello.
Hi. Is this like the person that runs Blur Radio?
What's this about?
You know, where's the person that normally answers?
Can't talk right now, but maybe we could discuss this later, possibly.
And I don't know who you are, so if you could give me some kind of sign that would make me trust that you are who I think you are.
What kind of thing are you looking for?
Couldn't tell you that because then I will give you a tip.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess if I had to describe myself, it would be daring.
If you can't talk right now, shit. Well,
it's kind of on a job right now. Yeah. It's.
All right. Well, I'm gonna fax you something.
Sure. Yeah. Just send it to the office.
Okay. I'm gonna do a human perception first to tell if this is actually Claire's Blurs. Good roll. Give me a good roll. 5.
Yeah, it sounds like Claire's Blurs putting on a deeper voice.
Okay. I say, it's gonna be important facts. Please, don't, get it when you can.
Absolutely. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Gotta go.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna fax her. I guess I'm gonna write up a thing on my computer and fax her it, and it's just gonna say, the Nav-Fac facility has the doll maker.
Okay. That's all you just write. The Nav-Fac facility has the doll maker, and then you fax that?
Yes.
Okay. Fax sent.
Okay.
You approach the dock that I described earlier. Roll an awareness notice.
Okay. 8.
So you've noticed, I guess we'll keep with the description that happened last episode, but a few new things. You see the Callista tugboat has been impounded at the dock, and you kind of make out 3 or 4 petrochem officers for the Defense Force just kind of motioning and then rushing off into a direction. Weapons drawn.
Fuck, okay. Can I get a glimpse of what they're rushing towards?
It just looks like they're just moving out. You can't see anything else that they're moving towards, but...
Just going for a run.
Okay.
I mean, take what you will, but that's the information that I'm giving you. Is that 3 Petrochem officers are...
Staying limber.
Yeah, moving out
Okay.
from the facility.
All right. I guess we need a code word if something goes down for you to throw us our weapons, and we'll start the shit. Actually, hold on. I still have a ton of grenades on me.
It's kind of too late. We are right here in full view of... You're going to have to let those grenades go. We're here. This is happening now. It's bad that we're coming up with a code word right now and even talking to each other.
Listen, you could have said any of this before November.
I was driving the boat. And this is your rodeo.
Fine. I'll take the blame. Code word is hot lava.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I don't have my grenades anymore. All right. And I resign myself to the situation, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do.
Okay. Right. So you, there's the front of the building.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are there. You're attracting a bit of attention from the PCDF officers.
Okay.
They're just looking at you. So, what do you do?
Well, I have to get November to lead us, I guess.
Sure.
And I said, yeah, just like...
She has her weapon drawn and she's kind of motioning, I guess, then for the front door.
Right. Okay. And I guess I can't whisper anything to her at this point. That's going to be way too conspicuous.
For sure.
Okay, so we just walk wherever she points us to.
Right. Yeah, she enters into the front door. There's the security checkpoint. And a PCDF officer is there, and he's kind of just like... Oh, and yeah, there's, like I said, there's some people in the front. There's a few more officers than usual, than when Barb entered in here, but, other than that, pretty normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, what's this? And November attempts to lie and says, oh yeah, I'm just bringing in some prisoners. Huh, he says. It's a bit unusual, you don't really work here. You're over there at the PCDF, so people don't normally cut our grass, so what's going on here?
I'm going to say some stuff to maybe help her out here and
Yeah,
make the
she's
lie
not
seem
doing
more
good.
convincing. I was going to say, like, I thought you were working with us, you... Oh, I can't believe that you would betray us like this and turning us in. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay, roll.
10.
Wow. Roll again.
Oh, right, yeah, roll again. 2.
Okay. It's like, fuck. Well, take this guy down and work him over a little bit.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah, and if that's hungry work. So if you haven't heard, too, a lot of food in the break room.
Oh my god.
Here's a genuine fuck.
I'm not going to make you roll on persuasion to hide that one because your persuasion roll was so good. So
Yeah.
If you look upset, it's probably just part of that previous
Act.
lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they let you through the security checkpoint, but he is expecting you to hand over everything. So November is taking stuff off of you and Greta.
Oh God, there's one thing I forgot to hide. Important thing. Okay.
What is it? Because everything's gone now.
It's my letter.
Oh.
Yeah, no one else remembers, but I do have a very important letter.
I know.
Yeah.
They came up in my
It's just
character
something that's just been
creation.
floating around forever now.
Yeah.
Well, it's in prisoner storage now.
Right. Okay.
You guys have been numbered. Yeah. Okay, time to get on the elevator. Or to move back. There's nothing else. Well, I guess there is still in that room for prisoner storage. There was also the briefing room and then the regular storage room besides the requisition.
I guess I could do an awareness notice roll.
Well, what are
For
you on
what?
just the hall, or are you going to actually try to get into one of these rooms?
Oh, right. I can't tell her to take us anywhere, so it's wherever she wants to go, basically. So, I guess the hall. If I can spot anything, I don't know.
Sure.
7.
As you're kind of moving past the briefing room, it has one of those windows on the door, and you can see inside, and it looks like a real mess in there. It doesn't look like a typical briefing room. There is stuff all over the walls in what looks like that typical kind of serial killer way, where there's tons of just almost like a conspiracy theory board of connections between various, and you see some photos of people that are then connected in this kind of web of strings that all kind of lead to a center point. But you can't really get too into it. But it does strike you as that's unusual. That doesn't look like a typical organized police briefing board in there.
Right.
And there looks like there is an intense kind of, out of the corner of your eye, you see just a section of like interrogation written on the blackboard, and the names are filled out all the way through a 24-hour cycle.
Do I recognize any of the names, or I can't see it? Okay.
No, you don't. You don't know any PCDF officers'
Okay.
names offhand.
Okay. I guess we continue down. We continue to the elevator? Is that where she's taking us?
Yeah.
Okay.
You enter into the elevator, and you see the buttons and the descriptions of the floors. So 1 was offices, 2 was medical wing, 3 was the break room, the training program, the barracks, and security. 4 says interrogation and holding cells, and 5 says sleep study.
Jesus. Okay. I'm trying to think about where would DP think Barb would go first.
It's a 50-50 guess at this point.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know what I'm here for.
I honestly can't remember, so that makes it a little bit more real. I think interrogation. Makes sense, that's where she was told to take us.
Okay, so level 4, you press the button, and on the other elevator, a little bit time back, I guess, reversing time, we go to Barb. So, Barb, you are on floor 5, the holding cells.
So, yeah, I guess I'm looking for my family.
There is a door leading into the holding cells.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's locked. And yeah, that's it really.
Okay. We don't have clearance for the room, I guess.
No, you can try your security badges actually on it.
Sure. Is that a roll?
No, it's just putting a security badge. It's just like a key card.
Oh, yeah. I'd try that.
Okay. The door opens.
Oh, sweet.
It flashes green.
Okay. Let's go in. That was surprisingly easy.
Chip is making a lot of noise.
Like how?
He doesn't cross into the door and he's barking at you.
What is it?
Brecker's like, we don't have time for this. We have to move in there.
Okay. Do I grab Chip, I guess, and take him with us?
Okay. So you move into the room and you start to feel a kind of deja vu sense that you've been here before. What you're looking at is the first inside the room is kind of like almost like a processing room. There is lockers where clothing is put. In the center of the room is a what looks like a converted bathtub that has a container top to it. There are all sorts of wires leading here, including sort of a crown with multiple wires that lead to the interface, that have interface plug connections. You can see schedules around it everywhere, and it's hard to you can't really kind of make out the names. And there are vials of purple liquid being housed on shelves all in this room, as well as multiple kind of medical equipment and a chair with straps on it.
Okay.
And then there is a door that leads further down.
I guess could I investigate the tub to see what it is?
For sure, yeah.
I got a 4. Not much there.
No, but you do have like a sense of panic looking at it.
Was I tortured here, maybe? I don't remember. Does anyone else feel like creeped out by this room?
As you ask that, right, you can see kind of around you, and that is Chip is freaking out. He's in your arms, but he's trying to like
get out. Yeah.
Get out. Brecker High is like, we have to keep moving, and he's pointing towards the door. And you don't see Sleazy Chan around.
What is happening? Why do we have to keep moving? What are we rushing? Were we found out?
The people we need to help are just beyond this.
The people we need to help, meaning the sleep study patients or my family?
Your family, my friends, everyone. We're in the holding cell. We need to go. We need to keep moving.
I'm suddenly like not trusting like the reality that I'm in. all of a sudden. I'm like, what happened to Sleazy Chan?
She must have cowered out. I don't understand, but we can't go back for her now.
I guess I just roll an awareness notice for like any inconsistencies in like I guess like the room or like what I'm seeing or like Brecker. Rolled a 9. It's pretty high.
So inconsistencies in the room?
Yeah, like glitches or like something that seems off other than the fact that Sleazy Chan's just missing.
Yeah. You are kind of aware that that same effect that you had inside the ruined arcology is happening here as well. And as you kind of force yourself to really take this room in, you can realize that it is it's very unlikely that this is a holding cell.
Yeah, this looks like a torture chamber.
There is sort of in just the kind of barest glance of your eyes, you can see something that almost seems alive on the walls and in the corners of the room. So
I am mad hallucinating right now.
I don't know how to answer that.
I guess I kind of like I put CH80 down because he's struggling so much, and I just kind of like go over to like the chair and just kind of like try to inspect it, I guess.
Yeah.
And I completely fumbled that roll. Go 1. No, nothing.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Brecker has lost patience with this, though, and he opens up the door.
Sure.
And continues on into the room. You can see, as he opens this kind of large steel door, that beyond there is soundproofing into a smaller hallway that leads to another door. And he rushes beyond that to open that door as well.
Okay, I guess I don't know what to do. I guess I could try to go back to the elevator we came from. I don't know what, like, I just don't trust this room or like this hallway or where it's leading to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and see if I could find Sleazy Chan or something, like in the elevator that we came from.
You'll have to roll an awareness notice to find that elevator, to be honest.
A fumble. God.
You go to find yourself, like, you go to move towards that elevator, but you suddenly have the feeling that something has gone terribly wrong. And when you touch the wall, you can feel the foam soundproofing, and you've moved deeper into this room now.
Whoa. Okay. I guess I just have no choice but to keep moving forward.
Well, you fumbled there. You
Yeah.
could. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying there's no way out of this, but
I'll try again then. I'll try to look for the elevator again.
something needs to change
Yeah.
for you to roll again.
Oh, okay.
You're not moving forward anymore. You've realized what's happened, but you also kind of realize that some impulse is pushing you towards whatever's beyond this door.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just move towards the door.
Oh, you're going to follow that impulse?
Yeah.
Okay. You move deeper into the room and open up the door, and you are now inside the sleep study proper room. There are multiple of those kind of bathtub creations, which you are sort of realizing now are kind of sensory deprivation chambers. Brecker High is moving through the room, convinced that he's trying to save people that aren't there, but you can kind of see now that impulse, that moves you to kind of plug in when you're unconscious is taking over in a conscious sense with being within range of this place. And it almost has that repeated power to it. And without even knowing it, Brecker High is moving around, but is essentially putting the equipment on himself.
I guess I yell at him, "Don't do that!" I rush over to him and I start trying to pull the headset or pull the equipment off of him. I guess that would be a kind of struggle though.
Yeah, he is going to, in his mind, you are trying to stop him from rescuing his friends and his family. So he is
gonna fight back.
He's gonna fight back.
Okay. Is it a strength contest maybe?
I think essentially he's pulls his gun out and is just you can't, do not try to stop me from doing this.
Okay. I put my hands up and I'm saying, this isn't what you think it is. This is a hallucination. You're being compelled to go back into the sleep study. What you're seeing is not real right now. And I guess that's a persuade.
Yeah.
A big old persuade. And I got a big old 2. Are you kidding me? Every single roll has been terrible.
He's just not in the same reality as you are. And the more that you are trying to stop him, the more he's convinced that you are. He's like, do not try to stop me. You know what I mean? We came in here with a mission, and if you're not going to follow that mission, you need to stay out of my way.
Okay. Well, I guess I just let him do it. I can't do anything with. I don't want to shoot him, and I don't want to try and take his gun away or something. That's dangerous, especially if I'm under the influence of this whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can't save a drowning man.
Yeah. Also, I have to where did everyone else go is a bit more important to me right now. Sorry, Brecker.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you watch, I guess, in a kind of remembered way of that learned behavior that the sleep study created, where you can kind of remember details of it coming through from this point of time that you have spent these 5 months where everything was kind of blacked out. And you can remember the early days when people had to be very forceful and push you and coerce you, and then it was the slow learned thing with the euphoria that comes with plugging into this like a drug created a habit and compulsion in people, and you are kind of recognizing that compulsion in yourself as well. That and it kind of brings a new light to every time that you were plugging into that data stream, that you were trying to recreate this thing here, and it's going to take a resist torture and drugs for you to
I don't know if I have any points in that.
Well, use your luck, I guess. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. It's not. I should never say that. I'm sorry.
Well, now you know I gotta use some luck.
Damn it! I shouldn't influence people like that. That's bad. That's bad GMing. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna use 2 points of luck on this. Okay. 8. Crit. Okay. Nice.
It's a dirty crit.
It's a dirty crit. Yeah, it's not a nat crit.
Yeah. It's enough though.
Yeah.
For you to take a step back away from this scene, but the compulsion is real, and you realize now that you took you, Brecker, took yourself down to this room. This wasn't the floor that the holding cell was on.
Yeah.
So you have a sense now that you can't entirely trust your senses.
If you like Dark Future Dice, then you will love Into Neon, a cyberpunk saga by Matthew A. Goodwin. aptly described by one reviewer as Star Wars meets Blade Runner in an awesome adventure, the book is a classic hero's journey set in a high-tech, low-life world. Moss's life is going nowhere until a mysterious woman knocks on his door and leaves him with the key to take down one of the world's largest corporations. When he discovers a familial connection to the stranger, Moss leaves the comfort of his home with his best friend for the sprawling megacity. There, he joins a group of ruffians dedicated to freeing people from the yoke of the evil companies. Police for hire, motorcycle gangs, and betrayal threaten them at every turn. Can Moss help his small group of rebels fight the power before it's too late? Find out in Into Neon, a Cyberpunk saga. Buy Into Neon now for just 99 cents on Amazon, or find more information at thutolworld.com. THUTOWORLD.com.
So, back with DP, you were in the elevator on your way to the 4th floor. Yeah, I guess this is an opportunity. There is a camera in the elevator, but not does not record audio. So if there is this is an opportunity for you to talk with the team.
Okay. So 4th floor, that's interrogation?
That's interrogation, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna do a thing that I think will like trick the cameras maybe, and that's just like act belligerent and angry as I'm talking, but I'll be saying things just to warn you up ahead of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretend I'm yelling. I'm not gonna yell into the microphone.
Yeah. No, just give me. What are you saying?
Okay. When we get in there, we gotta be like careful. I guess we gotta be careful. That's what I'm gonna say to you. No, we need to watch out for 2 things. Barb, anyone else that we recognize that's people that could have been there are Barb's younger sister and uncle. And
with that, the elevator stops on the 3rd floor.
Wait, can I say one more thing?
Yeah, one more thing maybe.
Okay, and I said November. My wallet has a stun feature in it. If I get more than...
And then we're going to cut you off right there as
Great.
The door opens. And you are immediately hit by the smell of delicious meats.
An interrogation?
No, you're at... No, it stopped at the 3rd floor.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And a...
I was like, are you fucking kidding me with this meat?
Preposterous with this meat shit.
A regular... uniformed police officer and a plainclothes cop walk onto the elevator. Why are you laughing, Lindsay?
Oh, I hope whoever's watching this is watching it through the Roll20.
Okay. So they're on here now.
Yeah, they got into the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
They're going down to the 4th floor.
I'm gonna do awareness notice on them.
On who?
On both of them.
Okay.
See what they got going on.
Yeah.
6.
6? Yeah. Yeah. You're like kind of recognize, I guess, you kind of take in the plainclothes officer a little more. You notice that their mustache and beard is kind of painted on, and that they're wearing mirror shades. Kind of recognize the kind of pink hair, although it was a little different last time you saw it. They are also weirdly wearing like a power suit that is camo colored.
Okay. So now it's one soldier.
Yeah.
And then obviously Claire's blurs. Pretending to be an officer.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, yeah, I think you rolled high enough to identify.
I think with those facts, I could be like, I'm pretty sure that's Claire's blurs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I sit there and I go like...
You're standing.
I stand there and I start humming the tune to Claire's Blairs' radio theme.
Mm. Okay.
Which I can't remember what I
don't think we ever gave her one.
You gave it one?
I feel like I gave her a thing. It's like Pirate Net News. Do 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 do.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going.
It's not really a melodic tune.
The soldier's like, shut that prisoner up. And Claire's Blairs in disguise is like, keep it quiet back there.
I'm just going to keep quiet. I know what happens when I respond to people when they say things like that. This time I'm trying to just like not
provoke.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's only one floor down to the 4th floor. Interrogation. And the holding cells. So, it's essentially like there's that split where you come down into the main room and then you can go off into 2 directions, one into interrogation and the other into the holding cells. The holding cells look like they have a lot more security on the doors, and then the interrogation is a hallway with multiple rooms in it.
So, basically what I want to do... Are they coming off the elevator with us?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I wanted to go check out interrogation and just see if we see anybody that we know in there. Can you see within the interrogation rooms from the outside?
No.
Okay, how would I...
They're numbered.
They're numbered.
1 to 6.
And then, is there like a list? Maybe I can see if there's like a list of people that are being interrogated and what numbers?
Sure, yeah, you can make an awareness notice, but you can't really move around to, like, if there was that list.
Somewhere out of sight, I wouldn't be able to see it, right?
Right,
So,
or you can't, like, you are still pretending to be bound, right?
right.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind, I suppose.
Okay. I'm going to roll anyways, see if I see it. 1.
You do not see it. The soldier moves down the hall and into interrogation room 3. Claire's Blairs in disguise pretends to kind of follow him, and then when he goes into the door, she slips over into interrogation room 5.
Okay, we're gonna. I guess if we can, we're just gonna go in there or go check out where Claire's Blairs just went.
Into interrogation room 5?
Yeah.
Okay, you're moving towards it, and it is just swinging closed after Claire's Blairs is entered into it. It may lock if the door is not stopped. November Higgins tries to stop the door and succeeds.
Okay, cool.
So, it's a very dark room in there, and you can see this is essentially the room to the room, so you can see the one-way mirror looking into the room, and in there is a dark figure that's looking over the monitors with his back turned to both of you. Claire's Blairs has kind of just positioned herself in the corner, and this person hasn't seemed to notice anything yet. He's looking into the room with the one-way mirror, which you can see there's a separate door to enter into to actually conduct the interrogations. What you see inside is essentially what was a person who has been extremely modified with cybernetics, and you can see that the walls and the ceiling of this interrogation room have been smashed in, not in any particular kind of like they've just been smashed. It hasn't been like opened up with any kind of, it just looks like it's crudely been smashed. And into the floor, not the ceiling. And there is a kind of like moving tendril of life that looks like the vision that you had in the simulation of Alice and the AI, its true form, reaching up and connecting with the figure who's only illuminated by one light above them. And they're in the interrogation room, behind in the chair, sitting at the table.
Okay. So, if I do an awareness notice, does that take up like a turn? Like, could I do it?
We're not in combat, so
right. I'm gonna
as long as you don't do anything, it doesn't appear like the person who is their back to them is with their back to you has turned to see you or notice you yet.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can tell who they are or anything about them.
Sure.
5.
You notice that they appear to be a very stocky older gentleman, with the look of like with like a very square chin and a short haircut, but some unusual kind of things start to settle in as your eyes adjust to the light. And that's that you can see that they have a sort of like a dirty bandage that is tied around the back of their head that looks like it would go in front of them as well. And you can see blood has dripped down onto their white shirt.
Fuck.
And with that, they turn around, and you can take in the full visage of the chief in charge of interrogation. And he appears to be as I described, that cop with a mustache and a beard, but it looks like his eyes have been forcibly kind of removed from his head, and he has a dirty bandage around them. He turns around as if he kind of noticed something with you, and then kind of not sensing anything unless you make a move, he's just about to turn back around again.
Yeah, we're not going to move right now until he turns back around.
With the shock of this, I raised some cool rolls there. November Higgins can't help but to kind of let out a bit of a gasp at the sight of this.
November, you're really letting me down.
And he's like, who's there? And she doesn't know what to do, so she's kind of frozen in that moment. And everybody's just kind of standing around.
Okay.
So awkward. It makes me think of that Homer Simpson gif of him like hiding into the bushes slowly.
Yeah, that's basically what we're all doing. It's just like I'm gonna say, oof, this is a risky one. All right, I'm just gonna say, I'm here to relieve you, and put on a different voice.
That's a perform and a persuasion, I think. Well, I'm gonna make it more of a perform at this point.
Do I even have
to first get into that voice, and you may have to make a persuasion if
later.
Later.
No
put
form.
3 points of luck onto it.
How much luck do you have left? This is
it
your
starts
first.
again.
This is so you've only.
Yeah.
So that's
So
3.
4.
I still have 3 left. after
Okay,
that.
go for it. Make that roll.
6. So that's overall 9. Math.
He's like, oh, well, it's good to have someone else on the job, but I think I'm going to work overtime on this one. Real close to cracking the case.
Finally, I'd say.
Yeah, this one's been a long one, but I got to tell you, I think it's the most satisfying one I've ever worked.
Yeah, I mean, from what I can tell, this is pretty important as far as, the world.
Subjects go.
He's like, yeah, it's not like me to wax philosophical, but...
Oh, please do.
Well, when you're stuck on this island, people coming in from other countries, that sort of thing, and bringing their crime with them, it's really hard to feel like this has any purpose. It just feels like you're always weeding. Never really get anything to really grow, But this case, oh boy.
Yeah.
Made some real strides, and I feel like, I don't even know how to express it, but it's just like nothing I've ever worked on before. For the first time, I really feel like this job has a meaning to it.
Totally. You want a cup of coffee or something? You want me to get you anything? Since I'm here, you guys seem to got this handle. I go grab some coffee and bring it back for you. Or maybe what are you more of a tea guy?
No, black coffee, please.
Black
no
coffee.
sugar.
No sugar.
Yeah.
Cool.
That'd be great.
Gotcha. We'll be right back.
I didn't catch your name.
Yeah, it's Stevens.
Lieutenant?
That's right.
Oh, good. I haven't heard of you, but I guess you're part of, they're finally bringing more people in. They finally see what this case means.
Yep. I think that's all due to your work.
See what the case means.
Okay, well, look forward to that coffee, Stevens. Got a long night ahead of us.
Oh, don't I know it? And I'm just gonna slowly move out of the room.
Okay. So you November Higgins.
I know what's coming.
Greta and Clurs Blurs are all just slowly back out of that room into the hallway.
All right.
And then November carefully closes the door, and she makes a motion like, let's not talk here.
Okay. I'm gonna go like motion like, where do we go? Kind of thing. This door, that door. I don't know, like that kind of thing. With hands.
She kind of knocks on interrogation room 2. And when she doesn't hear an answer, she tries to open it, but it's locked. I guess all of these are locked. But at that moment, that soldier that came down with you guys opens up interrogation room 3 and walks by you. He's going to make just a general awareness notice to kind of take in this whole scene. Not trying too hard, but he does kind of roll high enough that he's a little suspicious of all of this.
I'm gonna just start like coughing, like really, like intensely, to try and put him off, and just make him disgusted, like open mouth coughing right at him.
It only really
That's another
works,
perform for sure.
Yeah, it also only works in like our world.
Hey man, no one likes to be coughed on.
He's
No
wearing
matter what time.
Right.
8.
Okay, well that's, it's a very convincing hacking up of coughing. Okay, he's kind of like, it's gross. And just moves on.
Yes.
And then Greta rolls just incredible athletics to just jab her foot in and catch the door of
So glad I brought
interrogation
Greta.
room 3.
So glad I brought Greta. Okay. So I guess we head in there.
Yeah. The 3 of you head in there, and the first thing that Clurs Blurs does is go, "Don't worry, it's me, Clurs Blurs." And with that, we'll go over to Barb. Okay, so back to Barb, and inside the sleep study. What are you going to try to do in this situation?
Get out, for sure.
Okay, you need some kind of plan as to how you would try to... you tried to just see your way out of it, and that didn't work. And I said that things had to change and for you to find some way out of this. So you have to kind of... I need you to come up with some kind of plan as to how you would try to do this.
Is there like a computer in the room or something?
Yes, there's multiple computers.
There's just they're all connected to one computer or a bunch of computers or
Essentially, there's it's a lot like the scenes that you have seen. In a way, it reminds you of the scenes that you've seen in the crime scene, in that all of these containers are linked up to a set of computers. And there are multiple cameras on tripods around the room.
Okay. I'm gonna try and I don't know, crash the computer somehow. Either physically or my low tech skills. I don't
Okay. This is give it a try. But just to be fair, right? This is an extremely dangerous move on your behalf.
Is it?
Yes.
Because you're going close to computers.
Your compulsion
yeah,
is
true.
your compulsion that you're fighting is to stop yourself from interfacing. So the closer you move to it, you could try. I'm not saying that this is guaranteed to fail. I will let you roll and we can see the outcome. I just want to be clear about the stakes here, right?
Yeah. How's my luck doing? Did it reset or
Yeah, it reset.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think did you use any
I used some last time.
Yeah, so last time's last time. You have
Okay.
all of your luck.
I'm gonna put 3 points of luck into just trying to smash the hell out of the computer. Like
Okay.
a goddamn caveman.
So how are you doing this? Yeah.
With my hands.
Okay.
Okay.
Just just try to pull it out of the terminal and smash it, Office
I'm not
Space
even going to
style.
make you roll for the attack.
No, it's more like the endurance.
It's
of,
the resist, torture,
Resist,
and drugs.
torture.
I think is the closest thing I have to a skill that would.
Okay, so 3 points of luck. Rolled a 10. So plus 3 is 13. Do I roll again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 2, so 15 altogether.
Okay. So
Feet of
yeah, you have pushed over the computers and smashed this whole setup here.
Yeah. It's so satisfying. You can imagine.
And this kind of affects the nature of the room in a lot of ways. And you can see elements that kind of glitch in that have kind of been hiding from your view. And what you see at the center of this room is a certain amount of living tissue contained within almost a terrarium of purple liquid, which you can figure out what that is. And it was kind of hiding behind the computers, and the computers were connected to it, and then it was connected to the sleep study, but it's also connected to a wire that you recognize of a thick wire, the type that they pulled out of the van when you were watching Petrochem try to infiltrate. It looks like a wire directly tapping into the data stream. The tendrils from this living blob of flesh are moving all along the wall and have kind of like infested the entire area around you that you haven't been, and you realize now that the water in the bathtubs is also teeming with this life, and you can see frozen bodies inside of it. And those tendrils also are moving up into holes that have been forcibly made into the ceiling. And you get a sense now that this is a piece of the AI core that's been removed here and tapped back into the data stream. And the compulsion, even with all of this vile looking stuff, the compulsion to try to connect with it is still very real, but you're able to see it for what it is.
Are these sleep study people in the bathtubs? Frozen in the bathtubs?
Yes, they're contained within those things. But every time you, like, moving close to any of these devices is, you understand, to be fraught with danger because of the learned behavior that occurred here.
I'm going to try and find the exit again.
Sure. I guess things have changed enough that you could try to find it on your own.
9. That awareness notice, I guess.
Your awareness notice? With that, you are able to see and hear Chip standing at the edge of the door, barking at you and or saying, mother, mother, leading you out of this room.
Okay, I follow Chip.
There's almost a sense of complete relief as you return to the humming of the fluorescent lights, and you realize now that inside there was almost no sound other than the ones that were being created by you. And the door closes behind you, and you realize that if you hadn't before, that level 5 is not the holding cells, it's the sleep study, and you are standing there in the room with the elevators. And that whole ordeal was exhausting to you.
Yeah.
You feel a kind of compulsion to take off your helmet, at least to breathe some fresh air.
Yeah. I think I'll follow that compulsion.
Okay, yeah. You kind of also realize how much you've been sweating inside there, and you have that sense of that time dilution that could occur where you don't really even know how much time was spent inside there, but you know that Brecker High was left in there and probably connecting himself to the devices, and you find yourself outside the sleep study.
Yeah. I guess, could I try and radio in to, like, the other people, to Zen, maybe? What happened?
Yes.
Hey, Zen, are you there?
It's like, yes, we've actually infiltrated into Nav-Fac right now, and we're moving towards the holding cells.
Okay, good. That's good to hear, because I in fact, I'll just meet you there. I'm not going to waste any more of your time at the holding cells.
Okay. And so what do you do?
Go. I put my helmet back on. I head to the elevators and head to the actual holding cells floor, which is floor 4, I guess.
The door opens, and Zen and Roxy are on your floor.
No. Guys, turn around right now. Like, what are you doing here? This isn't the right floor.
They don't listen to you. They're moving towards the door.
I'm way ahead of. Okay, what do I do? Like, I'm not gonna be able to like hold back Zen. This guy's huge.
Yeah.
But maybe Roxy. I kind of grab Roxy by the shoulders and try to shake her. Like, stop! You're being compelled to connect with the AI again.
What would this roll be?
I guess it would be like a persuade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You could try intimidating her, but
I would try intimidating Zen before intimidating Roxy, because I know I can't strength feed him.
what was your roll?
6.
Hmm.
Not very strong.
For a second, yeah, she seems confused and out of it, but then she's like, "We have to keep going."
No, no, stop, please. I guess I don't know what's higher than a persuade at this point.
There's nothing else. You've already made that roll, and nothing's
Yeah.
really changed. So, unfortunately, they move into the room.
Oh my god, they were just introduced, and we're just gonna like forsake them like this. Okay, what do I do? There goes half the team.
God damn it.
What do you do?
I just want to smash everything in that room, like so hard right now, or like fucking gun it down. But I don't know what that's gonna do to like the patients or whatever, or the sleep study people.
Yeah, I can't tell you.
I guess I just try to head back to the holding cells like I originally planned.
Okay, so you get into the elevator, and I'm gonna need you to make another resist torture and drugs.
4.
Yeah.
This is such an annoying thing.
Yeah, you're really fighting with yourself here, but you do pull yourself into the elevator and close it. But even coming back to this floor could be dangerous. And
Yeah.
it takes like a lot of effort for you to look at the buttons and to really determine that you are indeed pressing 4 and to move up towards the holding cell. But yeah, the door opens onto floor 4.
Okay.
And you exit out of the elevator exhausted, and you just roll an awareness notice.
4 again?
Well, you don't hear the door of interrogation room 3 closing as the other side of with DP, Claire's Blurs, and Greta entering into the room to talk, and you're now on floor 4. And I think we're going to stop there.
Okay.
All right, that does it for episode 17. I honestly thought that these would be the last 2 episodes we recorded today, but I think it's going to keep going. So I hope you're along on this ride with us. Before we leave you, we want to talk about our video game again, Raptor Boyfriend: A High School Romance. As we talked about it last time, if you go over and wishlist it on Steam, that would help us tremendously. If you want a link to that, you can go to our website, rocketadrift.com, and find the wishlist link over there. So yeah, we've been working on this game for 2 years. As long as we've been making this podcast, I think we were like, it was like November 2018, and we were like, we got to do something. We got to change things up. What are we gonna do? And it was like Cyberpunk podcast, dating sim with a raptor.
The most random choices.
That was actually, yeah, that is what we did.
That was it. That's what we landed on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it might seem a little random now when you think, oh, why wouldn't they do something Cyberpunk related? Well, at the time, we didn't know that this was going to be a thing. So
You don't have to explain it. It's Rocket Adrift, right? Like, this is
Yeah.
if you like our brand of humor and our wackiness, then we bring that to every medium we attack with our humor claws.
Even with order a pizza, it's our brand of humor, but it's still slightly different from Raptor Boyfriend, I guess.
yeah,
It's more of like a teen drama type vibe, drawing from the 90s TV shows.
yeah, you can date a raptor, a Bigfoot, and a fairy as well. So it's kind of
Absurd.
yeah, absurd in that sense, but then also each of those characters has their own motivations and drives, and yeah. And if you we'll be talking about this game, forever
Until you buy it, basically.
Until you buy it. So
So help us
expect
out.
more of
yeah.
this.
So yeah,
More
but
of
if
this
you
awkward,
Trying to get better at the ad reads thing, and we'll get there, folks. So just stick with us. And
yeah, but if you want to learn anything more about it, you can learn about it on the Steam page over there, and also on our website. So other than that, I'd like to thank our Telsorian Games, the maker of Cyberpunk 2020 and Cyberpunk Red. And I also would like to thank our Patreon producers, Christian Fish and Zetz.
We'd also like to thank our sponsor for this episode, Into Neon, a Cyberpunk Saga by Matthew A. Goodwin.
you guys have been reading that, right? And really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's been pretty good so far.
I think like the description of Star Wars versus Cyberpunk is a good one, because it's like gets you kind of in it. It's a classic hero's journey, which is a little different for Cyberpunk, but it's like I didn't think those two would go that well together, but then once we got into it, it's like really, I don't know, it's a new vibe actually for Cyberpunk.
Yeah, it's not like a classic kind of neuromancer or anything, and which I actually appreciate about it. I guess it's kind of treason for me to admit that I didn't like neuromancer as much as everyone else did, but yeah, this one is a bit more accessible, I found, than that classic ones.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank just all our patrons in general. There's been a lot of kind of exciting things that have happened as a result of monthly polls and people making and submitting NPCs because they're on different tiers. And if you want to learn more about it, then check out our Patreon. And yeah.
And also, you can follow us on Twitter at Rocket Adrift, where we usually have updates. Well, it will mostly be updates about the video game, but also updates on each new episode of the podcast. Or you can find our Discord link there for the Cyberpunk Dark Future Dice Discord. And come on over and chat with us about the video game or the podcast.
All right, so we will see you in a couple weeks. Black Lives Matter and trans rights are human rights.
Absolutely.
Yes.